Oh, hello everybody, and welcome to this episode of G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. April 30th, 2020, last day of the month. Yep, and you can see all the grading I did today. I had to get rid of all of the ruts that were in these roads from the rains that we had this year. So I ran the grader around and I graded all of my interior roads. And then I graded my private road that runs all the way out to the main road. And I do have to mention that while I was grading, the idiots that don't know what a private road sign means came down the road as they were approaching this way, and they saw me going down back and forth on the road, and they saw the dust kicking up, so I guess they figured I was doing grading. So they actually took the other road, which they're supposed to be taking, the one that goes to their property, not my private road. I doubt if it's going to be a permanent thing. As soon as they see that the road is perfectly graded, they'll come flying down here between 50 and 60 miles an hour, kicking up dust and digging ruts, and their shocks are all burnt on their cars, so they leave the ripples in the road. So it becomes washboard. That's why I went out there and graded today, because of all of the washboard was rattling my teeth when I drove my van out. So I did go into town today to check my mail, and I'm expecting a Home Depot gift card, and it's not there yet. I'm also expecting some other mail that isn't there yet. So just driving me crazy doing that kind of stuff. All right, so other than that, I really didn't do much, because grading these roads took just about 2.5 hours to do them all. Of course, we're talking probably 2 miles of road and have to go over on multiple passes. One thing that happens when you do that, though, is if you'll notice right there by my shadow, all the way through, the petrified tree leaves, or the rock tree leaves, show up everywhere. Thousands and thousands of them. Looking at them all over through there. Yep, a lot of rocks all of a sudden show up, or should I say rock tree leaves. That was for Anya and Carrie. I know they get a kick out of that, because they got lots of rock tree leaves up there too. So one of the other things I did today was I went inside and modified the baby chick coop. Looks like they're all inside. I just heard them. They heard me, so they're going to come out to see what I'm doing. There they are. But I modified the inside. I put a perch inside of there that runs from just about midway where the door panel is now across that way. Because I saw them all try to get on this perch today, and all but one could fit. And then when the last one tried to squeeze in, she knocked them all off of the perch. So I made the one inside there a little bit longer so that there's enough room for all of them. There's Nellie going up into the coop, and there's Brewster over there. And yeah, Nellie isn't producing any eggs. I had a talk with her today. I told her that she's not living here for free. She's got to do something. So I have a feeling that there'll be eggs coming up pretty soon. All right. That's about all there is. I did go in and, because the winds have been howling all night and all day today, they're in the low 20s. I say 22, 23 miles per hour. But my PMA turbine up there is just humming. My flag is doing the whippersnapper. Just crazy stuff, real crazy. This wind, I've never seen this much wind out here. It has been so constant for so many months now. It's just ridiculous. And it holds me up from being able to do anything, because I can't hold sheets of wood and cut them on the saws and stuff with wind like this blowing without risking hurting myself, and I don't want to do that. I hate hurting myself. So anyway, yeah, I did go in and watered everything in the garden, because the wind's been drying everything out pretty good. But I did notice that a lot of fresh tomatoes on the vines. Nothing is red yet; they're all green. but a lot of them over there, and everything was doing really well. John and Letty, I know that you watch my videos, so I have to harvest both heads of cauliflower. So the cauliflower, the spinach, that stuff is all ready for harvest. So if you'd like to pop down this weekend and get those before they bolt and go too, well, they've been bolting because of the heat, but before they go too far and lose their flavor, maybe you can pop on down and grab some of that stuff and keep it from going to waste, because I can't eat that much. All right, so I was going to do beef back ribs tonight, but with the wind blowing like this, kind of ridiculous trying to keep heat in the barbecue. That just blows the heat right out of the barbecue. So I'll have to do those on the next day when it's not blowing so hard. So I'll have to suffer tonight with a bacon wrapped filet mignon and maybe some mashed potatoes and gravy and some fresh cooked broccoli. All right, that's it for today, everybody. I'm gonna call this one a day. Go inside and get out of this wind, have myself a cold one or two, and enjoy life for a while. I got all my dusty work done, so that's all there was to it. This is G-Bear reminding you, give me a thumbs up down there. And don't forget to subscribe. We've got a couple of new ones on today. Welcome aboard. G-Bear signing off.